Hey guys, I'm about halfway through my first real playthrough of Wynncraft, the Minecraft MMO, and I'm only enjoying it more and more as I play. The map seems like it has endless details to explore, both big and small, and if you've been watching the channel at all, you can probably guess we'll be talking more about some cool locations across the map today. I'm almost level 60, so whatever we talk about is going to be between levels 40 and 60 since my last video covered 1 through 40. I was going to do 40 to 80, but I'm trying not to rush my playthrough and I don't want to cram too many things into one video, you know? The first two locations in this video are a little more lore heavy and the others are more just cool or useful spots that I've enjoyed. But with that out of the way guys, let's take a look at some of my favorite Wynncraft locations, this time between levels 40 and 60. First up, we have kind of a double whammy, and that is the Great Bridge leading into the Durnal Jungle and the city of Troms. I guess that's like a triple whammy. Make sure you guys go explore this area for yourself as well because it is massive. I first visited this area shortly after making my first favorite locations video, and immediately I knew that I was going to open up the next favorite locations with this one. The Great Bridge is about 255 blocks long and will lead you from the Nisak Forest under the Snowy Mountains to the city of Troms. The Temple of Legends, Iboju Village, and much more all reside within the dense Durnal Jungle as well. There's a much safer passage into Troms located on the northern side, but you don't get to use it until after level 57. Although it's recommended that you be at least level 50 before attempting to cross the bridge. But if you're an archer or a mage, it's a bit easier to cross thanks to mobility spells. But no matter who you are, you're going to run into level 50 magma slimes, as well as the bridge being covered in archers and flame-throwing bridge shrines. You could also drop down the middle here for a pretty decent grind spot when you're around these levels. Troms is a major city located on the western side of the jungle, and here's that passage I was telling you about that provides safe travels between Troms and Ragni. This is like a way better option than the bridge, way easier and safer, but you have to complete the level 57 quest, The Passage.
I can't let any strangers do this passage.
Since this video is more about the locations themselves, I'm going to run through the lore of this town fast and loose, and I hope I understood it enough to where this is accurate. Troms became a refuge during the Corruption War. The Corruptor of Worlds led a mining expedition to unearth the Nether Portal, but was trapped in a cave by the Twains. As centuries passed, Troms' defenses weakened and an exiled Iboju shaman named Slykar was invited to help safeguard the city. Troms succumbed to the horde of undead during a corrupted attack, leading to the infection and exiling of General Skeen and the city's army to Skeen's Island. Bob, a legendary wind soldier, brought hope to Troms, while the mercenary guild of Sodetta played a vital role in protecting the city. After Sodetta's departure to Synthris, Wynn Excavation rose to power, seizing the control of Troms' inner circle and leaving the city's king powerless. The lore for this place goes a bit deeper than that. I did read all about it. That's just the gist of it, but I really enjoyed learning about it, so I'll probably make a more fleshed out video just for Troms at some point. But for now, let's just take a look at the layout and what makes this such a cool location. Troms is surrounded by just the coolest landscapes, man. You have all the mountains in the distance that separate the Durnal Jungle from the rest of the map. You have these big arches and holes and pathways through the terrain. It's very cool. You have this tower and the pond and the trees. Man, this area is just gorgeous. I'm literally addicted to Wynncraft shots like this with the slow pan and the shaders on. I mean, almost all my videos are just that the whole time. I've never played a Minecraft server like this before, and I can already tell that the map is such an important piece of what makes a game like this good, and this map is just phenomenal. Entering Troms, you have this beautiful, peaceful little area with flowers growing and bushes and stuff before you get into the main town square, just past this big statue. Here we'll do a little fly through the town square, past the statue. Town's got everything you would need, merchants, housing balloon. I think it even has a trade market, which every town in Wynncraft does not have a trade market. I didn't actually look up who the statue is of, but I'm guessing it's either Bob or General Skeens. But if you guys know, let me know down in the comments because I'm lazy and I literally just didn't look it up. I mean, other than that, guys, I'll just show you some real quick, some cool night shots of the town, and then we'll move on to the next location. Just to the north side of town, you got a few different things. You got the passage I was talking about. You have the Temple of Legends just outside of town. And there's just a lot to do here, man. This is a really fleshed out city. And here's a shot of Trom's castle, looking very ominous with the moon rising. There's even this little restaurant. Alright, cool. The next location after the Great Bridge and Troms is the town of Olux, another town with some lore that we'll talk about real quick. Olux, a large town located in the swamp of Gavel. Unlike our last town, and also unlike the thriving quartz city of Levagar to the south, Olux struggles due to a lack of resources and money. The town is constantly under siege by the decay, making life difficult for its inhabitants. Olux is surrounded by moderately large wooden walls that keep the town safe from most outside dangers. In and around the town, you'll find several wheat and barley farms that provide food for its residents. Unfortunately, the central bank lies empty due to the town's resources being spent on an ineffective attempt to combat the decay. Nonetheless, the marketplace that surrounds the bank provides access to many of the town's amenities. Once a thriving, lush swamp, Olux was not immune to the decay's influence as it spread throughout Gavel. The city's once fertile crops failed, and its emerald hoard was depleted in a futile attempt to combat the spreading darkness. That was until Dr. Uralex arrived with a solution: guard golems. Despite reports of missing citizens and farmers in the surrounding swamp, the supply of golems remained steady and helped ease the burden on Olux. However, the iron golem factory where they were produced remained shrouded in secrecy, and those who worked there refused to speak of their experiences. Only the mayor of Olux himself knew the truth about the golems, and had struck a disturbing deal with Uralex: keep purchasing golems and keep the unethical process a secret, and Uralex would continue to supply the town with reliable guards. Pretty crazy lore. I was not expecting to learn all that when I started reading about this town. But now focusing more on the layout of the town, to the north you have the catacombs, where the town's dead are housed, and I think you have to go in there for the Maiden Tower quest, which we're actually talking about sooner than you think. Olux is filled with special little spots like this little pond with the fireflies around, and I know I'm using shaders and some mods and stuff, but I should probably make a mod pack video so that you guys can see everything I'm seeing in the videos, you know, but cool. And before we head out, we'll do a little walkthrough through town. You got the bank to the right there, and then all your amenities in the town square. You go through, there's a housing balloon somewhere, guild banner, item identifier, everything you could need is here. Alright, so we covered a couple towns with some fascinating lore. Personally, those two have been some of my favorites to delve into, but there are a few other spots that I found really cool for various reasons. They may not be towns, but they're definitely worth checking out. And so next up is the Maiden Tower from the quest, the Maiden Tower. One of my favorite quests in the game. Some of the best moments in this game come when it's not taking itself too seriously, and this is one of those quests, definitely. Shirk is an ogre in the world of Wynn, and his goal is to win the love of a fair maiden atop a tower in the Olux swamp. Shirk has never seen the maiden, but he makes you go get this urn for him, and then he makes you climb the ladder first, and when he gets up there, he thinks the maiden is a total uggo, and so he smashes the window and he just jumps out and he dips. And this is hilarious, until you go to the basement and find the maiden's diary, revealing that a mysterious creature she brought home had recently killed her father, and all she wanted was someone to comfort her, and then Shirk does her so dirty, bro. Awesome quest, cool tower. There's not as much lore to this one as the other locations, but I had a good laugh at this quest, and the whole thing was just very quirky, very Wynncraft. And also, I just had to show you guys this. Look at just how relaxing this is. Right out of the Maiden Tower, like, I'm chronically online, bro. I want to live here, man. I want to leave my house and live here instead. And enjoy these couple time lapses before we move on to the next location. Alright, cool. Guys, the final location of the video is the cave that I've been level grinding in. It's also back down near Troms in the jungle, and this is like a known grind spot. This isn't like anything new, it's just the herb cave. In general, this is a really fun cave. I like the boss. Running around this cave, there's enough enemies to where it's like interesting and entertaining while you level up, you know? Inside, you'll face off against hordes of level 64 dead miners and level 63 herb spawns. There's also a mini-boss, the level 66 deceased professor. It's a decent challenge, but he does move pretty slow, so it's not that bad. Down in the lower level, you're gonna find ember spawns and also the boss, which is like this big flower. To find the entrance to the herb cave, head directly north from the entrance to the Great Bridge between Troms and Nisak. You know, I showed you at the beginning. Highly recommend it if you're around level 50 or if you're getting sick of the Great Bridge grind spot. And that's it, guys. Those are some more of my favorite locations in Wynncraft. I hope you enjoyed learning about these unique spots. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this, and let me know in the comments which location was your favorite. I'll see you guys soon, and thanks for watching.